All right, this PowerPoint is on how does technology impact the way we think. I'll be explaining further along. There you go. I'll be explaining. Oh, before we get started, I'll be explaining the positive and the negative effects of how technology impacts the way that we think. Here we go. At first, I begin to the negatives. Technology doesn't allow us to focus. For example, when you're watching TV and you're having a conversation with another person, you're mostly likely to pay attention to the television instead of that person conversating to you. Yeah, I've done it firsthand because like technology is very distracting. Well, when you're very distracting, because I tried so many times to pay attention to what when my parents would talk to me in front of the television. I was always watch television instead. Another example is when you're driving and someone texts you and you get that notification sound on your phone. You're mostly likely to look at your phone because when your brain hears that is like it's automatic. Like I have to look at it. I have to look at it. Because it's almost impossible to ignore. So while you're driving, you're most likely to look at your phone instead of focus on the road. That's why we get into so many accidents. Yeah, mostly teenagers. That's why mostly teenagers get into many accidents because we are always on our phone instead of paying attention to the road. Technology is a very distracting instrument. Technology also impacts our memory. Studies have shown that millennials are more forgetful than senior citizens. Because thanks to technology, we are constantly taking in new information and barely making enough time to process the information that we store in our brains. I witness this firsthand because I often forget things a lot. I think it is because of technology. Um, I forget the small things, and yes, we do, because we do look up things every single day, like for a research paper or looking at stuff for an outline or PowerPoint. You're constantly looking up information, and your brain doesn't have time to process all the information, and that's why we forget a lot of things. Technology causes us to be addicted. Meaning by this, addicted to technology. I you see this everywhere. When like for example, when you go to a restaurant, and you look around, and you're going to see a lot of people on their phones not interacting with each other. You go to the mall, to the movies, even in the classrooms. We are constantly as millennials, as this generation, we are constantly on our phones, not conversating with one another, and we're constantly, we live through our phones. I see this everywhere I go. People are always watching videos or talking to somebody on their phone or playing games. We're very addicted. Um, Me too. I'm also very addicted to my phone. I don't know what I would do without it. Therefore, I am addicted. Technology also helps with so the positive aspect of technology. Technology also helps with stress. Technology allows you to escape, for example, like television. So, say you're coming home from a long day of work and the football game's about to come on. And maybe that, watching some television maybe reduces stress because you're relaxing, you're focused on the television, you're just having a good time, enjoying yourself television. And then you have a VR system. A VR system allows you to escape completely. Like you're in another world. Um, you're in another reality, which I think is cool. Which I think that which also reduces stress because you're kind of living in a world where You're also relaxed. You can see beautiful things depending on how you see things. Um, it's Viritism, I believe, reduces stress. Technology improves education. So their study shows that students that have school devices tend to have better grades than those students who don't have any school devices. Meaning, like, school computers, they give these computers, and so without those computers, students average of grade their grade point average would go is most likely to be low, and that students who have those computers most likely to have higher GPAs, which I think is true because it doesn't give us a lot of information that we need. Technology makes us lazy. Yeah, technology makes us lazy. For like I know you see one of those vacuums called like iRobot, and it vacuums the whole house by itself without you really doing anything, which I believe makes it lazy. And now they have like cars that can drive itself now, so you really don't have to drive a cars. I can see like 20 years we're all driving, you know, cars that drive itself. Makes us lazy, or it's probably gonna make us fall asleep while they're driving. And that is it. Thank you.